So the men of the Lord, we're constantly dealing with these scriptures, and it gives us a stable foundation, you know. It gives us more peace. It's comfort us. That's what the Holy Spirit is, literally the comforter, you know. So these things are going to bother the sinner or the two-thirds and the heathen much more than they're going to affect the men of the Lord, all right? Especially the prophets who are teaching this truth. Verse 9. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. All right, so you see, dealing with the first death, you know, the flood during Noah's time. All of those things were created with the, you know, for the wicked's sake. And so the same thing that with the balance of fire destruction via nuclear missiles and the chariots, you know, there's going to be a great destruction. And why? Because it's going to be for the wicked's sake. You see, because you're going to have people from Israel who are going to be able to walk through the fire. All right, let me go to that. Zechariah 13:8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third part shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. Yahweh is my power. So you see, the 2/3, they're going to die with the heathen, because this is dealing with Israel right here in verse 8 and 9. But the 1/3 and the prophets are going to be that part that's left therein, and that's going to be brought through the fire. All right. Go back to 11, Ecclesiastes 40 and 11. All things that are of the earth shall turn to the earth again, and that which is of the waters doth return into the sea. So everything of the earth shall turn to the earth again, meaning this is dealing with everything. So it's also dealing with people. So it's also dealing with reincarnation, regeneration. All right. Let me see if I can find that in Ecclesiastes. Yeah, here we go. This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. The sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down, and it hasteth to his place where he arose. So it's dealing with everything is, you know, returns to, you know, everything returns, including people. You know, the sun, it has a cycle, but it always returns, you know. Let's keep reading. 6. The wind goeth toward the south, and turneth about unto the north. It whirleth about continually, and the wind returneth again according to his circuits. So even the wind returns, you know. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. So the water, the rivers, even the rivers return again, you know. All things are full of labor. Man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done, it is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. All right, so not even people, you know, your souls. Your soul is always, it never dies. You come back through reincarnation, through regeneration. You know, we read it in Ecclesiastes 40. It says that all things that are of the earth shall turn to the earth again, So that just says all things. So that's including people. All right, let me keep reading Ecclesiastes 1 and 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It hath been already of old time, which was before us. So, hey, it's dealing with everything, not just the rivers and the wind, but it says all things, people included. You can't say, is this new? No, that soul in that person is not new. That person, anyone you look at, hey, they've been here before. They had a different body, but the soul was always there. All right. This is hard for Christians to understand. I was dealing with a Christian this week, and they were like adamant, saying, "Hey, I don't believe in reincarnation. No, that's not in the Bible." But the truth is that reincarnation is a big part of the Bible. Verse 11, there is no remembrance of the former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of the things that are to come with those that shall come after. So you see, you're not going to remember your past life, because it says right here, there's no remembrance of the former things. You're not going to remember the life when you're not going to be remembering when you were in captivity in Babylon, or you were in captivity in Egypt, or you were in captivity in Assyria, or when you were in captivity in Greece and Rome. You're not going to remember that, but your soul was there, and you were in a different body. Everything is regenerated, man. We just read it, everything under the sun. Nothing's new under the sun. So we read 11 again. All things that are of the earth shall turn to the earth again, and that which is of the waters doth return into the sea. So you see, it says all things. That includes people. People are regenerated, all right? Verse 12, all bribery and injustice shall be blotted out, but true dealing shall endure forever. Because, we know that the injustice one is Esau, Edom. He's going to be blotted out eventually. Excuse me. Verse 13, the goods of the unjust shall be dried up like a river, and shall vanish with noise, like a great thunder in rain. And that's dealing with those missiles, man. They're going to be dried up like the river. Why? Because America is going to be made desolate. The whore that rides the beast is going to be made desolate. All right? Let's go to that verse real quick. All right, let's go to Revelation. And what we read in Ecclesiastes 40 and 13, the goods of the unjust shall be dried up like a river, and shall vanish with noise. What noise? It's going to be those missiles hitting. Those are loud, like a great thunder in rain. You heard that pallet smack right as I said that? That's the spirit, That's a great noise. That's just a small sample. I'm here at work, but you heard that pallet slam right when I said that. Rewind it if you didn't hear it. Because that's the spirit showing you that there's going to be a great noise dealing with those missiles. Revelation 17:16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Eating her flesh is dealing with killing the citizens of Babylon, America. All right. The 10 horns is going to be NATO. All right. Those European nations that are going to basically get fed up with the whore, Babylon, America, and they're going to make her desolate and naked, man. That's what that's talking about in Ecclesiasticus 40 and 13, where it says, the goods of the unjust shall be dried up like a river and shall vanish with noise like a great thunder and rain. All right, I'm going to move on to 14. While he openeth his hand, he shall rejoice, so shall transgressors come to naught. The children of the ungodly shall not bring forth many branches, but are as unclean roots upon a hard rock. And the ungodly is the 2/3 of Israel who follows the wicked Esau, Edom. All right. So you can all of them, you know, their children are literally created for the destruction. You know, when there's a verse says, when the wicked increaseth, they increase for the destruction, for the death. You know, but if I read that again, the children of the ungodly shall not bring forth many branches. Well, that's dealing with, you know, a lot of these so-called white people. They don't want children. They don't want to have kids. A lot of them they're more focused on themselves, their careers, you know. And then the Lord, a lot of them, you know, you see a lot of Edomites. They have to take like fertility pills, or you go to their doctor and get prescribed, you know, ways to help them, you know, have children. You don't see that with Jake, you know. Jake will have a kid not even trying to have a kid, you know. So that's that ungodly not bringing forth many branches. Verse 16. The weed growing upon every water and bank of a river shall be pulled up before all grass. Bountifulness is as a most fruitful garden, and mercifulness endureth forever. So the men of this truth, the people who believe that the doctrine we're bringing out, this new wine, this new song, well, hey, you have a mercy that's going to endure forever, you know. And it's a tough thing, because in this truth you will talk to a lot of people, and you'll notice that only a small number believe this truth. You know, the majority reject this knowledge. Verse 18. To labor and to be content with that a man hath is a sweet life, but he that findeth a treasure is above them both. So it's good to be content with your life, you know. You could be content. Even Esau's content. Some of these Edomites, they're very content, you know. And that's their blessing, because this is their kingdom right now. They have the fatness of the earth. They have their blessing is the sword. So, you know, their people their leaders are looking out for them. You know, they're not looking out for the Israelites. They're not looking out for Jake. So that makes them content in this kingdom of Esau's, you know, Babylon, America. But it says, but he that findeth a treasure is above them both. So it don't matter. You could be a 2/3 with you. Let's say you got a big house and fast cars, and you got everything that appears on this side. But the one who finds the treasure is better than the person who is content with all his you know, material things, with all his riches on this side. And that treasure it's dealing with is literally the knowledge and understanding of this Bible, of this truth. All right. So you're in the best shape, brothers, if you have that treasure, you know. And I was explaining to my woman, you know, that hey, this treasure, this Bible, is literally treasure. Every day when we do these lessons or when we go to camp, we're depositing treasure in our account, right? And that's our investment, right? We go out to camp, we do the videos, we're stacking up that treasure every time we go to these camps, and you know, we're stashing, you know, making deposits, you know. And this is that treasure, you know. When the trouble comes, well, hey, guess what? It says money is a defense. Well, what's the greatest defense?